Hello, dear ones. This is the ritual for Transgender Day of Remembrance 2023. I'm the transmasc druid, and what we're going to be doing today is different than last year. Instead of a druidic ritual, I am borrowing from the tradition of Sather from more of a Nordic tradition, which is what my path has been going down. And let me show you the book. This has been very, very helpful for my craft. Um, so what we're going to do is a sort of necromantic rite using um, beckoning on the goddess of the dead, Hela. Just had to refresh myself. So I always like these videos that people make on YouTube. A lot of times I rip the sound, put it on my MP3 player for trance work and that sort of thing because they're very good. Props to whoever makes these. Okay. TV Sports Central gives you access to every game, but Terry doesn't have ads. DirecTV. Oh, come on, YouTube loves their ads. Now you can. The energies of the moon and the earth. I walk this round, make a path against the sun. The moon blesses fire burns, hallowed ground within, profaned without. I found my place, my space between the worlds. I pray to mighty Hell, to the cover of whose realm lies down the sloping path, whose walls are high and gates impenetrable, who wields the hell ropes and the mightiest of magics. Lady below me, hear my prayer. I stand at the doors of the dead and beseech thee to allow Marsha P. Johnson and Sylvia Rivera to gain temporary passage to the around world of man, so that I may gain their counsel. I pray to the mighty Hell, to the cover of whose realm lies down the sloping path, whose walls are high and gates impenetrable, who wields in the hell ropes and mightiest of magics. Lady below, hear me. I stand at the doors of the dead and beseech thee to allow Marsha P. Johnson and Sylvia Rivera to gain temporary passage to the around world of man, so that I may gain their counsel. We'll pour that outside later. This one night, ever dark and all, fire and sleet and candlelight, dead I call you forth. From hell's halls thou dost come to us, every night and all. Through hell's great gates you shall pass, dead I call you forth. From hell's great gates when thou may pass, every night and all. To brig of dread thou come at last, dead I call you forth. From brig of dread when thou may pass, every night and all. To thorny woods thou comest at last, dead I call you forth. When through thorny woods thou pass, every night and all. To this ring, to this place, here thou comest at last, dead I call you forth. This one night, every night and all. Fire and sleet and candlelight, welcome mighty dead. Cereal. It is not quite the day. However, I call out to you in the name of remembrance. I call out to you in the name of activism past, to herald the new dead, ones beset by violence, I ask that you pass on message of blessings and of vows for justice to the following names: to London Price of Miami-Dade County, to Lisa Love, to Dominic Dupree of Gary, Indiana, to Ani Johnson of Washington, D.C., to Sherilyn Marjorie of Albuquerque, New Mexico, to China Long of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, to Luis Angel Diaz Castro of San Juan, Puerto Rico, to Yoko, to Tom Robertson of East Chicago, Indiana, to Devani J. Johnson of Los Angeles, California, to Camden Ryder of Winter Park, Florida, to Jacob Williamson of Monroe, South Carolina, to Chanel Perez Ortiz of Carolina, Puerto Rico, to Shia Davis, Detroit, Michigan, to Banco Brown of San Francisco, California, to Rashida Williams, aka Coco Dedal from Atlanta, Georgia, from Ashley Burton from Atlanta, Georgia, from Teshia Woodland of St. Mary's County, Maryland, to Tortu Guita of Atlanta, Georgia, to Chashay Henderson of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Maria Jose Rivera of Houston, Texas, to Zaki Imani Twitaho of Louisville, Kentucky, to Unique Banks of Chicago, Illinois, to Casey Johnson from Wilmington, North Carolina, to Jasmine Star Mack, Washington, D.C., to Alexa Andreevna Sokova of Palm Bay, Florida, to Lovely Page, Chicago, Illinois, to Fernielle Mary Mora of New York City, to Michelle Dion Peacock of Richmond, Indiana, to Ome Gandhi, Salt Lake City, Utah, Hear the names and pass along the message. We will continue to fight for you and in your name. You are among the exalted dead now. I will fight for you all, by all my might, by all my magic. From one trans person to another, I will fight for you all. You may come in dreams or in other forms of visitation. I ask that you come peacefully. depart with peace as well. Thank you. Thank you, Marsha. Thank you, Sylvia. Thank you, anyone else who may have crossed through. This one night, every night and all, fire and sleet and candlelight, dead I guide you home. From this place, here you shall pass every night and all, to thorny woods thou comest at last, dead I guide you home. Through thorny woods when thou may pass every night and all, to Briggle Dread thou comest at last, dead I guide you home. From Briggle Dread when thou may pass every night and all, to hell's great gates thou comest at last, dead I guide you home. From hell's great gates then when thou may pass every night and all, to hell's halls thou comest at last, dead I guide you home. This one night, every night and all, fire and sleet and candlelight, rest for you are home. This one night, every night and all, fire and sleet and candlelight, dead I guide you home. From this place, every night and all, to thorny woods thou comest at last, dead I guide you home. Through thorny woods when thou may pass, every night and all, to Brig o' Dread thou comest at last, dead I guide you home. From Briggle Dread when thou may pass, every night and all, to hell's great gates thou comest at last, dead I guide you home. From hell's great gates when thou may pass, every night and all, to hell's halls thou comest at last, dead I guide you home. This one night, every night and all, fire and sleet and candlelight, rest for you are home. I had a sticky one, so I'm just going to cleanse my space.
Your day with Nature Made.
And there goes another YouTube ad right on cue.
Supplement brand.
I walk this round with the sun and declare what was made now undone. I return this space to the world. I walk this round with the sun and declare what was made now undone. I return this space to the world. And so that is this year's Transgender Day of Remembrance ritual by me, Yara Walker Brown, the transmasc druid. I will pour these offerings outside. I made some pomegranate flavored water for Hela because I didn't have any wine, and I gave some cereal to the dead. You know, whatever offerings you have at hand. Some rituals are very specific, some are just whatever you have. And so that's it. I filmed this on the 9th. I will post it on the 19th. And I would ask that any watchers of this rite go forth out into the world. Cis people be our allies. Perisex people be our allies. And can continue to fight for us against injustice. I wear the rune. I don't know if you can see it. I wear the rune Uruz on my head for strength, for personal strength. And I know that transphobia sucks, but I would ask that you draw on your own personal strengths as well and make it through. And I pray that none of you end up on these lists. Peace be with you to another year of fighting.